Hi, I got one more video. I'm gonna do one more video for you tonight, and then I'm gonna finish these motherfuckers tomorrow. My client that came back in, so I got to shut my mouth and keep it quiet until me and Roy go home. So other than that, y'all, let's get into it. Let's keep these videos rolling.
The FBI is now involved in the investigation. Agents interviewed the adoptive parents of the boys, Trezol and Jacqueline West, according to investigators. The couple was taken in for questioning around 3:45 yesterday afternoon, but they were not handcuffed and are said to be cooperating with police. 3-year-old Orrin West and 4-year-old Orson West were reported missing Monday evening. Just after 6 yesterday, a search warrant was served at the family's home on Aspen Avenue. Officers left the house carrying several brown bags and a large duffel bag. The parents' white van was also towed from the home. Many residents came here Monday night and yesterday to help in the search.
I have a 4-year-old granddaughter and a 16-year-old daughter, and this child is a part of my community. I mean, this may not be the best community in the world, but it's mine.
Here is another look at...
Now, all I gotta say is with her with this crying shit, and if these children were a part of the community, but y'all say that y'all never even seen these kids. They don't come outside and play. They don't do any of that. I know y'all probably fearing, oh, I can't believe this happened in my community, and you know what I mean, and it could have happened to our children and our family. It ain't your children and it ain't your family. Yeah, you could be concerned and have a good heart for the whole situation. But my nigga, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be a real nigga right now. When you got somebody that you know, and one of their family members or somebody passed where they missing and shit, you be like, yo, I'm sorry to hear that. That shit messed up, yo. Like, yo, you hear about such and such? Yo, they kids missing, my nigga. That shit crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gotta be careful out here. You feel me? That's how niggas talk. But we really ain't got that real emotion because we don't know that person really like that, and we don't know them kids like that. We gonna have sympathy, and we gonna watch our own children closely. But we know what we know, and we feel how we feel. This lady up here crying. Watch her ass too.
Orrin and Orson West. Cal City police say no arrests have been made, adding nothing has been ruled out regarding the boys' disappearance. Now tonight on 17 News, Perla Shaheen will have more.
In our top story this hour, for the last 3 days, we've been reporting on 2 young boys missing in California City. Here's a look at the missing boys, 3-year-old Orson West and 4-year-old Orrin West. We're checking in now with 17's Taylor Schaub. He's live in California City with an update for us. Good afternoon, Taylor.
Well, good afternoon, Tom. We're on day 3 of this investigation. It's a little quieter here today. Yesterday, we saw a lot of neighbors out helped searching for these boys today. A little quieter, a little less police presence, but an ominous update overnight as neighbors told us that they saw police digging in the backyard of the California City home in which the boys were last seen at. That is the home of their adopted parents. Neighbors say they saw police bringing in a light tower and roughly a dozen investigators with white overalls who were investigating the bare grounds of the backyard of this modest Aspen Avenue home. That's where the boys were last reported to have been seen. Their adopted parents reported them missing, as we know, on Monday. Police and volunteers have been searching this area for the last 2 days long.
Ain't nobody trying to hear none of that. We need to listen to what that's saying. In that first video I showed y'all what that reporter asked them. Out of all the cases in Bakersfield, y'all heard them. I repeated that shit. And Bakersfield have been missing. And it's just been cold cases and y'all just be leaving it behind. Where is these children going? Where are these children at? Y'all got the game messed up. Yeah. Secrets buried in the backyard. Underground, in the basement. These kids can be in the base. I'm telling you, yo, my body is cold, y'all. These niggas is cold-hearted. These niggas is in the basement somewhere. They are in someone's basement or in someone's ground. They looking in the wrong backyard. Bones bare. Fuck if the wall can talk. If the streets can talk. If the air can just give you a whisper. Just listen, my niggas. Heard that? Y'all got the game all the way fucked up. These kids is missing. And they know what happened. And they ain't trying to tell shit. Just look at this area, y'all. Look at this area. How far can these kids go? And if you went into the house for a second and came back out, where did these kids go? Where did these kids go?
Enforcement had canines.
And I also want to know is, I just see deserted area. I don't see no big woods. I don't see no big trees. I just seen landfill. It's like a goddamn Minecraft video. Where if you step on the damn ground, you're going to step on one of those mine things where it blow a motherfucker up. I don't see nothing that you could be chopping wood down from. Where did you go and chop the wood from? And where did you bring them logs in at? Do that backyard. Show me what I need to see. Because you got the game fucked up. What is y'all even talking about? Where did he even chop the wood down at? Where did he walk to? And where did he walk back to with that wood? As he was chopping it down and throwing it over the fence, he said, how close was you to this woods or to these trees that you was knocking down to get this wood at and then throwing it over the fence? Show me what I need to fucking see. And I can't make this shit up if I motherfucking try.
And the boy's biological mother joined the search as well. The adopted parents who lived with the boys said the kids were playing on the back porch and then suddenly disappeared.
I came in the house, I saw them there. I went in the house, I came back out, I didn't see them there. And I just had to be here because my babies are supposed to be missing from this house, so I just need to be right here, right now.
And when did she show up? When was she even notified about these boys being missing? So did the adopted parents call her and say, yo, I already notified the police, but come out here now because your boys is missing. I was chopping wood in the backyard and this is what happened. So you need to come down here. How did she even be notified? Did she see it through social media? Did somebody give her a contact? How did she even know that these boys was even missing? Who even contacted her to tell her to come down here at this time? She should have been there days before. The news crew and everybody even literally put it out there to the public. You feel what I'm saying? Because it took them a minute to look for these boys and do a search and investigation, and then for it to go public and go viral on the news and all through social media. So when did this shit literally really fucking happen, y'all? Y'all gotta think outside the box. When did all this really happen?
Now, the adopted parents say they believe that the boys went through an open gate in the backyard. I went over to where that gate is, and I was actually able to see some of those holes that neighbors had said had been dug last night. If you have any information or may have seen the children, please call California City.
They said holes that the neighbors said that was dug the night before. Why is it holes dug in this backyard for these little kids to even be able to go out through this gate and go through these holes and do all that? What the fuck are they, Harriet Tubman, building a fucking underground railroad? These kids are 3 and 4 years old. Their mentality and their mind is not even on that type time to even orchestrate or even put this plan together to even do it as a 3 and a 4 year old. They are going to be scared and lost in their mind to even do something like this. Are they some fucking Benjamin Button kids with an IQ of 1,000 at 3 and 4 years old to manifest a plan like this? To literally go inside these fucking holes and go through this gate and just fucking appear out of nowhere. But how far can they get before the dad can so-called go into this house for a minute and then come back out and they gone that fast? You can miss me with it.
Police at 760-373-8606. Reporting live for 17 News, Taylor Shao. Back to you, Tom.
Yeah, call you.
Topping our news at 5 o'clock, 2 little boys have been missing from their California City home for more than a week now, but there may be some action in the case. This was the scene in California City just before 3 this afternoon, where police and federal agents forced their...
Now, y'all see this, right? These niggas said, knock, 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 search warrant. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Where did they get the report from? Where did they get this call from? They gave them that push to literally bang on this door and say, police, search warrant. If the call was already made for these boys to be missing, and the so-called adopted parents made the call, so why would y'all be beating in their door with a search warrant if y'all didn't get a tip or y'all didn't get that phone call that something happened in this house or something happened to these kids? Or I think the kids is like, now you see me, now you don't. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, It's some bullshit that's going down. It's some real funny shit that's in this whole case, y'all. And then they came out the crib with bags and a duffel bag and shit. Y'all.
Way into the home where the boys lived with their adoptive parents and 4 brothers and sisters, leaving a few hours later with items from the home. Our Perla Shaheen was there when it happened and has the latest on this investigation, now in its 8th day. Perla, what have you learned?
Yes, Eitan, police just left the home with certain items of evidence. The chief of police told me that they are going to go back to Bakersfield to be analyzed by police there. But this is the same search warrant that California City Police served last Wednesday night. So they're just going back into the house again to get more items of evidence to be investigated. Now, this happened just hours after the chief of police, John Walker, told us that he suspects foul play and that parents are in protective custody. The adoptive parents of 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Oren West reported them missing just before 6 p.m. last Monday. Today, Chief of Police John Walker gave an update on the investigation.
I can't comment on that, whether I think they're alive or not. I do suspect foul play. We haven't been able to put together, how the boys got out of the yard or where they've gone.
He told us there are 4 other agencies working on this case. We know 2 of which are Bakersfield Police and the FBI. He says California City has a small police department and can use all the help they can get.
No, we've contacted just about...
They just keep on saying Bakersfield, y'all. They need to start where them kids came from. Nothing really has to do with with California City. It is Bakersfield. And of course Bakersfield is going to be on it, because that's probably literally where the crime came from. And when they moved their asses to California City, that's when they reported it. So they can look in that area instead of keeping their eye on where they really need to be keeping their eye on. But let's keep it going, y'all.
Everybody in this neighborhood, none of the neighbors have seen the kids.
He says police extensively dug up the backyard, but did not find any leads.
We're just trying to dig up anything, any clues that we can possibly find to find out where they had gone, and also to confirm that they're not in the backyard.
He also confirmed that the 4 other children of the adoptive parents are in protective custody.
If there's any kind of a juvenile situation where there's been any kind of neglect or any kind of harm to any of the children, we automatically have to take all the other kids out of the house.
He says he doesn't know exactly where the adoptive parents are, but they aren't in their house. Police still have their white van and are in contact with them.
But I definitely believe...
So if y'all don't know where they are, y'all got their van in custody. What car do they have and where they at? But y'all keeping in contact with them, right? So if y'all keeping in contact with them, how come y'all don't know where they at? Y'all tell me that right now. They should not even been able to even leave or go anywhere or be able to flee the scene If all this searching and everything is going on, and everybody's around the area watching, searching, and looking at the house, putting out candles, putting out teddy bears, doing all this. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all don't know where they are. When did this actually, and when did this really happen? And now it's just getting to the public and hitting the news. Where are these people at?
People know. Someone knows. And I would hope that person would come forward. We got two young, in my opinion, babies that we don't know where they're at and we can't find them.
He says the biological family has been cooperative in the investigation. He would not clarify where police have searched so far and says the department doesn't have the resources to send search teams into the desert. Now, the city manager told us she plans to give a reward to anyone who can find these two boys. She doesn't know the exact amount just yet, but she says that it will probably be the same as the other cold cases for missing persons in California City, and that could be up to $25,000. In California City, Perla Shaheen, 17 News.
Let's keep it going.
Well, Jessica, this is the second search warrant executed that we know of here at the adoptive parents' home. Essentially, before 3 p.m., a bunch of officers and various authorities surrounded the home. They said basically, look, we got a search warrant, let us in. It didn't appear anybody was inside because authorities actually went in through the side gate over here and then eventually through the front door. The police chief told us after they went inside that there is still no suspect identified, or suspects, I should say, identified in this case. But before the search warrant was executed, he did reveal some new details about their investigation. With guns drawn, authorities entered the California City home of Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents of 3-year-old Orson West and 4-year-old Orrin West. The parents told authorities their two boys disappeared from their backyard on December 21st.
We have no way of knowing how they got out of the yard. Nothing that shows how they got out of the yard and if they wandered out of the yard.
California City Police Chief John Walker believes this is now more than just a missing persons case. He believes foul play was involved.
Someone knows. And I would hope that person would come forward.
And that's why Walker says authorities have paid so much attention on the couple's home, even digging up the backyard in recent days.
We're just trying to dig up anything, any clues that we can possibly find to find out where they had gone and also to confirm that they're not in the backyard.
Walker confirmed the family was new to California City. They moved here in September with 6 children. The other 4 kids have been in protective custody during the investigation.
The kids are missing, and we can't put that together. So until we determine one way or the other what happened to the children, the other 4 children are taken out of the home.
Walker said the parents have been interviewed by authorities on more than one occasion. Their home was searched at least one time prior to Tuesday. Their phones and at least one of their vehicles is still in police custody. Meantime, Walker says officers have knocked on nearly every door in the neighboring area trying to find more information on when the kids were last seen. From every neighbor you guys spoke to, not a single sight of them.
No.
When was the most recent that a neighbor cited they'd seen the kids?
None of the neighbors have seen the kids.
Ever?
No.
And it's important to mention that when authorities were leaving the home today,
Because them kids wasn't never in California City. Them kids was last seen in Bakersfield. And that's where they should be looking. All this other shit is really irrelevant. These niggas been escaping the whole time. From Bakersfield to California City. And now these niggas is out. And these niggas is out again. These niggas is out. It's like catch me if you can, because I'm a motherfucking gingerbread man. These niggas is out.
they were carrying large bags with them, and we were wondering what that was. So we asked the police chief when he exited the home, hey, what was that? He said, look, we're just gathering evidence that was evidence that we collected from the home. It's something that's going to help them with their investigation. He also mentioned that police have not been scavenging through the desert yet. He said in this point in their investigation, that has not led them to going out there and trying to recover a body. But he did say say that he appreciates everybody here in the community that he has noticed has spent their days working in the desert, searching with ATVs on their motorbikes in neighborhoods here. He says that all helps them out. For now, we're live in California City. Bayan Wang, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Austin, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but there are neighbors shouting outside of the foster parents' home right now. Tensions are pretty high. According to neighbors, there was a police presence here around 9 p.m. They were told that they were digging in the backyard of the foster parents' home. This comes to us as there is a new memorial outside the home in honor of the two missing boys.
It's been, 4 days? It's going on 4 days. Tomorrow is Christmas.
The Cal City community is still distraught over the two missing boys. There is now a new addition to the neighborhood. This is a small memorial, leaving candles and toys, hoping the toddlers come home safely.
All have to get together as a community and just try to help find these children ourselves and do the best we can.
Orrin and Orson West have been missing since Monday night as search efforts continue Thursday. According to neighbors, police arrived at the foster parents' house Wednesday night. They also say that Cal City police, along with the FBI, started digging in the backyard, which caught the attention of Wayne Leonard.
Lots of noise like jackhammering or roto hammering, like they were trying to dig through dirt or break concrete.
The adoptive parents gave their account of what happened on Wednesday, claiming that the two boys went outside to play with chalk while their adoptive mother wrapped their Christmas presents. Their adoptive father said that he left the gate open. When he realized the boys were gone, he began searching for them. The adoptive parents declined an interview Thursday, saying police advised them to stay inside, leaving some to wonder why.
I would be nonstop looking if it was my child. You wouldn't even keep me inside.
Despite search efforts that haven't turned up anything, neighbors are still trying to think positive during a dark time in this small community.
Hopefully, they'll find the children alive for Christmas.
We have not gotten confirmation from police if this is now a criminal investigation or not. Cal City Police are asking that if you do have any information about these two missing boys, that you call 760-373-8606. In Cal City, Bain Ferroni, 23 ABC, connecting you.
Thank you for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 11. I'm Alex Bell in for Jessica Harrington. And the search continues for two toddlers from California City who were reported missing on Monday night. And now the FBI is involved in the search as well as the Kern County Sheriff's Office. 3- and 4-year-olds Orrin and Orson West, who are on your screen right now, they were reported missing around 5 p.m. yesterday. A search warrant was served at their foster parents' house today in Cal City, and the foster parents are still at police headquarters as of Tuesday answering questions. Cal City Police say that the parents are being cooperative and that law enforcement is not giving up on finding the toddlers. Police also say investigators are doing forensics exams on items taken out of the home today, and a search team that gathered by the house today spent hours looking for both of the boys, and the community is scared, confused, and angry, and so is the biological mother of both boys.
They've been missing since 5 p.m. yesterday, which is, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Dean says that imagining her boys are gone is a nightmare. She says that she misses them every day and is heartbroken that she isn't involved in their lives. Dean hopes that her children are okay and that she will be able to see them again.
If they find my kids, can they just give them back to me? Whatever I have to do to work on it, to get them. I have a home, I have a car, I have a job, I have money. It's nothing to provide for them. I come from a good background, as you can see, and I don't understand. I just want my babies. If they find them, just give them back to me, please. That's all I want.
There's always a motive to somebody's madness.
Just find them. I just want my kids back to me.
23 ABC did speak to the biological father of the two missing toddlers, who declined interviews and wished to keep their names private. If you have any information regarding this case, call Cal City Police at 760-373-8606.
All right, thanks for that, Alyssa. Now we continue to follow the story in California City, where two boys, 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin West, have been reported missing since last Monday. 17's Perla Shaheen joins us from their house to lay out what's happened in the last few days. Since last Monday, California City Police have only released bits and pieces of information on the investigation. Residents and neighbors are still left with so many questions. Here's what we know so far. It's been a week since 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Oren West were reported missing.
It's one thing when you see these stories on TV and they're happening somewhere else, and you repost the pictures, you repost the memes and everything, but when it happens right down the street, it hits a little bit different.
Residents in California City continue to drive by their house looking for answers.
We're looking for something to do. Look, some way that we could step up and do something with the community. And right now, the only thing that we can do is give gifts because they weren't able to get gifts on Christmas.
The adoptive parents of the 2 little boys say they reported them missing last Monday, just before 6 p.m. But what happened before has the community worried.
They are going to be here in this area.
Trezell and Jacqueline West are the adoptive parents of the missing boys. Trezell says at around 5 p.m., the boys were playing on their back porch. He says Jacqueline was inside wrapping presents while he went out the back gate to gather wood for a fire.
I came in the house, I saw them there. I went in the house, I came back out. I didn't see him there.
Trezell says he and his wife searched inside the house and around the backyard. He then drove around the neighborhood, calling their names and talking to neighbors, but saw nothing.
So then I came home and I told my wife we need to call the cops. It's getting dark and I need help. We gotta get going.
California City Police and dozens of locals searched the area for the kids on Monday night and all day Tuesday. The biological mother of the 2 boys came from Bakersfield on Wednesday to help with the search.
And I just had to be here because my babies are supposed to be missing from this house, so I need...
Now y'all see, she lives in Bakersfield. They lived in Bakersfield in that apartment complex. Out of nowhere, they in California City now. Hours away from Bakersfield, where they was on the move again. Y'all feel me? Like these niggas is on the move because shit is closing in. They on the move. She was in contact with them and was around these kids and seeing these kids and talking to these parents. What did they do to these boys? Y'all keep in mind, fucking Bakersfield.
I just need to be right here, right now.
Neighbors say Bakersfield police and the FBI are involved in the investigation. Police got a warrant to search the house and have been in and out with bags of evidence. They even dug up the backyard on Wednesday night.
For some kids to come up missing, it's terrifying. So that's pretty much where I'm at. Yes, frustrated, and I'm afraid for my babies.
Dozens of residents organized a vigil on Saturday to pray for the safe return of the boys. The mayor and a couple of local police officers also came to show their support.
Everybody's concerned. I mean, almost everybody I run into, that's the first thing they say, have you heard anything about those babies?
Police say Trezell and Jacqueline West have been cooperative. They went in willingly for questioning last week and have stayed out of the house while police investigate. They have 4 other kids. 2 are biological and 2 are adopted. They told me all 4 have been taken into protective custody by authorities.
And that's all I want is to find my babies. That's it.
It's been a long week for members of the community here in California City, but the cold weather and the lack of information hasn't stopped the search parties. In California City, Perla Shaheen, 17 News.
Our top story tonight, it's been almost 2 weeks since 2 boys in California City were reported missing. Residents in California City have looked for the boys since they heard the news, and today Bakersfield had its own search party. 17's Perla Shaheen tells us more.
A 3-year-old and a 4-year-old disappeared, leaving barely a trace. It's a mystery that has people 65 miles apart searching for the same thing. Almost 2 weeks ago, the adoptive parents of 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Oren West reported them missing. The West family lives in California City, which is surrounded by desert, making search efforts difficult. Police in California City are still trying to find out where the boys were last seen.
We've contacted just about everybody in this neighborhood. None of the neighbors have seen the kids.
On Saturday, one search party found a Christmas present that had one of the boys' names on it. But 17 News found that was the same present a neighbor had dropped off in front of the adoptive parents' house.
First of all, Y'all found a damn gift that was in the damn woods that somebody done dropped off for them kids. Because them kids been missing. And y'all giving out kids with what the fuck, the wind is blowing shit and just knocking gifts and shit over? No. Niggas was getting rid of evidence. And that was one part of the evidence that they done left behind. They need the fingerprints, everything, and leave no stones unturned. You got to literally be fucking kidding me, y'all. Let's just watch how all this shit is unfolding right now. But y'all say other 4 kids is in custody. Y'all don't know where the other 2 parents is at. But all y'all out here searching and marching in front of this house. Where's the boys? Where's the boys? And everybody should be watching this house inside their windows and shit like they already been doing. Or what nosy ass neighbors in this little ass town, in this little desert ass road is already doing. Because the action that they got now, the action that they really didn't even have before, but now they got some action. It's like action cut. It's like niggas is motherfucking watching. And you mean to tell me y'all didn't see what type of vehicle they all left out in? And I'm going to get back to that statement after we get deeper in these videos and we get deeper with these neighbors and these niggas saying Bakersfield. It's only been 4 kids the whole fucking time. The whole damn time. Niggas can't count 6 kids. They only counting 4. They only counting 4 fucking kids, y'all.
Last Monday, a week after the boys were reported missing. The search continued today, but this time in Bakersfield, around 70 miles west of California City.
Bakersfield, Kern County, period. When it comes to things like this, they come together, and we all try to help out in any way we can. We don't even know each other, but we're all here for the same reasons.
The adoptive parents only recently moved to California City. Residents say they lived in Bakersfield last year and worry the boys could have gone missing there.
I just feel, I hope they're alive and safe, but it's just been too long, and nobody's seen them since September in California City where they supposedly live. It just doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a good outcome.
Bakersfield street media organized today's search at the Casa Loma apartments near the municipal airport. They brought pizza and snacks for the dozens that showed up.
I care because I'm a mother, and it's been bothering me since day one. So I felt like, being a part of the community and stuff that, come out here and, just help.
For a few hours, locals scanned the area. They combed through nearby fields, canals, and dump sites, notifying Bakersfield police of any notable discoveries.
And y'all, let's be real. It's the motherfucking winter time. Now, I'm just watching these niggas' bodies. I'm looking at their clothes. I'm looking at everything. It's fucking December. And especially out there in the desert. The wind is blowing. It is cold as shit. They got long sleeve shirts on. Some got short sleeve shirts on. Some got hoodies on. Some don't. You don't see none of the newscasts, hair blowing, or any of that shit. Y'all feel what I'm saying? It ain't even really that cold out there. I don't know the weather out there because I don't live out there. And that's California City. Ain't like they in LA. Where it's hot and the sun's shining and shit. This is knee deep in the game and damn near December. The end of December. It ain't no snow, no wind blowing, no shit out there. When did this search literally happen? When did all this literally take place? Y'all just watch this shit. Just listen. And just watch the surroundings of this whole situation. Don't know niggas got no hats, no gloves, no coats, or none of that shit on. Niggas is walking around freely. These kids ain't out here covered up or nothing. So it ain't that cold out this motherfucker. What they got going on? What they got going on, my niggas?
That
adopted a kid out of the foster care system, and I can't even imagine like him coming up missing. And I would want that support if my kid came up missing.
Anyone with information can call the California City Police Department at 760-373-8606. To remain anonymous, you can call the secret witness line at 322-4040. Perla Shaheen, 17 News.
And they keep showing that same ass picture of them two boys. That's the only damn picture y'all got?
Welcome to It's a Crime. I'm Linda, and today we're going to be talking about the Orson and Orrin West case. I'm going to read out an official family statement that was written in the past day, and then we can have a chit-chat about it. But before we get started, if you'd like to be part of the It's a Crime community, please click that subscribe button below, hit that notification bell to all. Please share this out where you can, and give it a like.
And go to the video.
Let's get into it. So this official family statement was written and posted last night. I'm going to leave the link in the description below so you can take a peek at it. And it was signed the West and Watkins family. Here's what it says. The past 2 weeks have been a true nightmare. On Monday, December 21st, our youngest two grandchildren / nephews / cousins were reported missing by their parents in California City. Our extended family, all who live hundreds and thousands of miles away from California City, were notified and immediately were engaged with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, California City Police Department, and the Bakersfield City Police Department. Our priority is to find out where the boys are and their safe return. The truth has to and will come to light. There are also 4 other children affected that our family is working overtime to protect and shield from this nightmare. We have engaged with a team of private investigators and are proactively supporting the official investigation. We were and are still in shock, worried, heartbroken, and fully cooperating with the authorities, which included hours of interviews and questioning within less than 12 hours of the boys' initial disappearance. It should be noted that the 2 brothers are the youngest of 4 adopted siblings and share 2 older siblings who are the biological children of their adoptive parents. That is 6 children in total who are our primary focus. The boys and their sibling, they used singular, not plural, joined our family legally last year when the parental rights of their birth mother were taken away by the state of California, and the birth fathers collectively gave up their parental rights. It's my understanding that Orson and Orrin both have...
So, y'all got the mom and the father who gave up their rights to these children. They legally gave these rights up. So what conversation did they have? That, okay, y'all gave these kids up. We agree to take them into our home and adopt them. And y'all can still have visitations and visits and communication with them. You feel what I'm saying? But even if the mom lost her parental rights, the dad had the right to take them children in. Maybe he wasn't stable. Maybe he wasn't capable enough to take these children in. But y'all had the time to do it. And they were taken away a year after this family got custody of these kids. So these kids was in DHS or with CYS or whatever they want to call them for a good, probably 6 months. And then they was adopted fast as hell, less than a year. And y'all got kids all around the world that's been waiting patiently for parents to come to adopt them, that have been in systems for years and months and days. Even babies, freshly born and taken from their parents from the hospital, that's been waiting to be adopted. And you mean to tell me these kids was adopted that fast in less than a year? They was with these people who got approved for it less than a year. They were taken a year ago. And this family got approved less than a year from them being taken and being put into this household. And you mean to tell me y'all picked these 2 boys out of everybody in the foster care home that needed a home? But y'all already got 2 kids of your own and already 2 other adopted children. But if y'all was looking to adopt more children, y'all just out of nowhere pick these two kids and y'all adopt them less than a year that they was already taken away from the biological mother and the father who gave up his parental rights, who didn't even have nothing, didn't want or have anything to do with these children, who could have took these children from even being taken from this system. You feel what I'm saying? And now these parents got them. And now everyone want to step up and say this and say that. No. All this happened too fucking fast. When was these children officially missing? They was taken last year. And they got adopted that fast. And now they're missing. You can miss me with it.
Different biological fathers. When the approval to adopt was granted last year, we were ecstatic that they would have a permanent home. We will not disparage or bash the biological family of the boys, but it should be noted that they were placed into the system for various reasons and were adopted as a result. We are sure the pain and anger we feel is also felt by the biological family, and our hearts go out to them. There have been speculation and theories as to why we, the extended family, are not physically leading the volunteer search efforts on the ground in California City, and why we have avoided the press. Those theories do not reflect that in less than 24 hours of the disappearance of the boys, our extended family started receiving threats of physical violence, including death threats. Family members who live thousands of miles away have also received these same threats. We were advised appropriately to avoid public spaces and crowds given the immediacy and intensity of these threats. In fact, the boys' home has been pelted with rocks, windows have been broken, and vandals have attempted to break in. While we understand the anger and frustration felt by so many, this type of response has complicated our ability to lean in fully and has distracted from the actual search. All threats have been taken seriously by the FBI and local law enforcement. Our priority is to find out where our boys are and their safe return. The truth has to and will come to light. There are also 4 other children affected that our family is working overtime to protect and shield from this nightmare. We thank those who are standing in the gap by searching as volunteers and fully support all law enforcement agencies in fully investigating all possible scenarios and leaving no stone unturned. For those who have attacked us, wish us harm and ill will, we will continue to pray for you and ask that you direct your energy on helping the actual search.
No, we pray for you, bitch.
If you have any information that can lead to the location of Orrin and Orson and unpack what has happened, please contact the following agencies: the FBI, LA Field Office at 310-477-6565, the California City Police Department at 760-373-8606, and the Bakersfield Police Department at...
And y'all, let's be clear too. Orlin and Orson is not their real names. We're going to get into it as these videos go on. But that is not their real names. So by them being placed and being taken from the mother, placed into the home, being adopted before the year is even over, and for these adoptive parents to get their names changed, that's like getting your social number changed and your identity changed when you go on protective custody and you go in hiding when you're in a serious case or some other bullshit. It takes a minute for all that paperwork and stuff to come through when you get your name changed and all that shit happens. So it's like, you mean to tell me all this shit happened in 12 months? All this shit happened in 12 months. Y'all don't got the reason why they changed their names? That means they changed their names because they knew that this mom was not going to get these children back. They were not going to come back. They were not going to be her president again. They changed their names. They changed their city, their state. They changed all that shit. Wouldn't even let these kids go outside. They changed it all. So you mean to tell me they did all this in 12 months and they just was adopted last year? So you mean to tell me they did this shit less than damn near what, 4 months? Changed their name. Changed everything. Visits. No haircuts. Missing. Playing with chalk in the backyard. All this shit happened in damn near 4 months. How did their name get changed that fast? Literally. When was these kids taken? Where were they last seen? They last visit with their mom. And really, what happened to these? Where are these boys? How did all that happen in 12 months? You can miss me with it.
661-327-7111. It says, we are grateful to the reward funds that have been established and plead with everyone willing to please help us find our boys and bring them all home safely. I will also put the link in the description below for those rewards. There are 2 $10,000 rewards as of right now. And it says that they will reward the amount to the person or persons who provide information leading to the finding. Now, I've only...
If they can put that much money up to find these boys, why y'all ain't put that much money up and get a crib and get them kids and y'all all help out so them kids wouldn't have to be in the system so y'all can make sure y'all know what's going on with their kids? If y'all so-called the family and y'all wanted to help this mom out and be there and protect these boys, why didn't y'all stand up and help with each other? I wish the fuck I did have a family like that that would help me and been able to be getting my boys and do what the hell I need to do. But I'm fighting this fucking battle alone. But you better motherfucking know I ain't gonna stop trying. And I'm on my motherfucking way. And I'm on go mode with everything. I'm on point with everything. I know what motherfuckers doing. I know how motherfuckers move. I know how they walk, how they talk, whatever the fuck is going on. I'm on go mode with that shit. So you mean to tell me y'all putting up thousands of dollars, but y'all can't put that money up to be a family and put these kids into a house and help their mom do what you do? You got a house, you got a car, you got... Do what you need to do now. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do to make sure you and yours is okay. Fuck is you talking about?
A little bit of what they're talking about. I haven't seen
What is they
anything
talking about?
with the rocks or the windows being broken or heard anything up until when I read this letter. But I have seen a lot of people being very angry, which is understandable, and they're standing on the lawn, and I saw them screaming, you know, where are the boys? Now, in my last video, I talked about this case. I just introduced it to my channel, and I talked a little bit about the parents and their interview. Now, since then, I've seen a 13-minute full video, so I am going to do a little deep dive into that video, so stay tuned. That'll most likely be my next video on this case. And I also want to thank my viewers who have been emailing me a whole bunch of information.
Bye, girl.
I really do.
Like our phones.
From the house yesterday. Should have been out there the first day. All right, now.
Oh, well, I guess, should I answer that? Or?
Answer it to us, yeah.
Okay, so into the, okay, I guess, I don't even know.
I see. Yeah, we seriously felt like we needed to be out here. We did.
Piece of shit, I don't even know.
Told the best are out here looking already. Just to stay put. They have more questions. There was literally a cop with us the whole time in there.
He had sitting down. We would ask, can we go help? They had to sit down.
Said nope.
He said, no, we got the best out there.
So
we
it's
need
not,
you guys here in case we have more questions.
I don't want you guys thinking we didn't try. We actually looked
tried.
before we called police.
Yes.
Y'all heard what she said. Y'all even look. Before y'all call the police. You supposed to call the police immediately.
Yes.
Et cetera.
And we're, yeah.
And just so we are able to present the information correctly, at what time did you guys notice your kids went missing, and at what time were they reported missing to the police?
It's about, I believe, I think it was about 4:30, going on 5. It was getting dark, like I said.
5-ish.
5-ish. That's about it. That's when everything played out.
And then when did you...
And he's a motherfucking lie. Because we out here in Philly. And I know it ain't no different from out there because they motherfuckers still in PA. It started getting dark like 5, it started getting dim. But you still see light till about 5, 5:30, almost 6 o'clock. Then it started getting real dark, and it started getting dim. But nigga, you can see. It's like, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good. It's like, I can see you, nigga. You can see me just like I can see you. And the street lights coming the fuck on. This nigga is frauding. They are frauding. Hell to the no. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, after this video go off, I'm gonna go to the Chris Watts video. He looked just like Chris Watts.
You guys called the police to report them missing.
After we searched a little bit around here, it was dark, so we definitely got worried.
Would you say it was maybe within an hour, a couple hours?
No, it was within minutes of us getting finished with our search. Okay. It was within minutes.
Okay. What do you guys want people at home to understand about this situation? For them, you know, even speaking about what you guys are feeling is difficult. What do you want them at home to understand about this whole situation?
We're going through it. It's difficult. I mean, everybody's making their own their own conclusions. They don't know anything. We're not sure.
We don't know nothing.
Like everything,
So
we're not sure. We said what we knew, and if anybody has seen them,
we don't know,
or anything, please call the police department.
Would you be willing to provide pictures, or do you have any?
I have older pictures. All my newest were on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, where's the other? You know that? That's the only pictures y'all got. Where the other pictures at?
What kind of boys are these? Tell us about the boys.
Very playful, very rambunctious, and they do love to wrestle. They do love to kind of get rough with each other.
Kids.
They're kids. Of course, they would love to go out, but so during the pandemic, we weren't trying to go, out here, and so we stayed inside.
Did you guys ever go out and search?
Yes, we did. We searched before we called the cops. That's what we were saying.
What time did they come up missing?
They came missing right before it got dark. And then I searched that property. I even drove around this neighborhood right here. I even talked to a gentleman on that side, one of those streets over there. I said, did you see some little black kids?
Did you go that way looking for them?
That's the extra I was going to come. But when I came back home, I decided to call the cops because it was dark. They couldn't have got away that fast.
And why did it take 2 people to go in the house and leave 2 kids out here by themselves? It should have been 1 parent going in and 1 parent right here watching the child. Not 2 parents going in the house and leaving 2 little kids out here by themselves for 10 minutes.
No, they were in the backyard. And the back gate was open.
Out the backyard?
And the back gate was open, and I was getting wood from this lot here.
So you guys been unresponsible and left the gate open, left some little kids outside with the gate open.
All right. Sorry. You guys were talking about your boys who you're,
get them.
I understand. For a mother's intuition, I know you were saying, and we'll get your names after this, but you were saying how you feel like they're in this area. Do you feel the same way? And what is the intuition? What is the sense you get? What do you think happened to your boys? Do you think someone took them? Do you think they're lost? Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely know they're not walking around. They're not that kind. They do not just roam around. These patches. They definitely, I think, definitely would have been picked up or something.
That was my assumption.
No.
Never taken off?
No.
You guys are new to Cal City, right?
Yep.
How long have you guys been living here?
Just 3 months.
All this just happened in months.
For the kids, and y'all got neighbors that say y'all ain't even came out looking for no kids.
The neighbors went out here.
We were looking.
We were looking.
I'm just saying, bro, this is crazy, bro. I got kids of my own.
Where do you live?
Them little boys that y'all raising, them is my biological family.
I understand, bro.
I don't leave kids outside.
And I understand.
I have
3 and 4 year old.
I have 9 kids.
There's
There's
outside
no
your
way
backyard
I'm
that I was
gonna
watching.
leave my kids unattended, not even for a minute.
Yes.
We get that. We get it.
They were in the
We
backyard.
feel it.
don't even look like you worried,
But you
bro.
said the gate.
I've been-
why would
I've been
okay? Y'all
going
know
through it all
y'all
the few
finna go inside the house, right?
Get 'em.
Y'all are foster parents, right?
Get 'em.
Okay,
We're
well y'all
adopted
adopted them,
parents. Yeah,
right?
they are
Okay,
children.
shut the gate. Go in the house. Why did it take both of y'all to go in the house and leave them outside by themselves?
I understand.
And y'all know the gate was open.
But it said it took both of y'all to go in the house. So now, was both them outside the fucking house? She was supposedly be outside, being inside the house, wrapping gifts. He was the only one outside getting wood to go make a fire. And they let the 2 kids come outside and play with chalk. Why didn't let all the rest of the kids come outside and play with the chalk and do what they do so they wouldn't see the parents wrap the fucking gifts? You feel what I'm saying? And he went into the house and came back out and the boys was missing. Then he said he went back in the house to ask the wife, did you see the boys? Oh no, I didn't see them. So now they're going to go search. You feel what I'm saying? Why? Where's the other kids at the time? What the fuck is literally going on, y'all? Ain't none of this shit making sense. But they getting in their asses right now. But we getting in their asses right now when we should have been getting in their asses when it first happened. It's some bullshit going down, y'all. She was supposed to be in the crib. But now both of y'all is outside. And why did it take both of y'all to go the fuck up in that house and leave these kids unattended? A 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. And that mama freak. She didn't have one kid and had another one. She was like, get him. Pop, pop. Get him. Now they ain't taken away. Girl, you wasn't doing what the fuck you needed to do.
Haven't y'all been out with the people around this neighborhood looking with the kids?
We already told on camera.
I didn't see y'all on no cameras last night. I didn't even see y'all out here praying with them people. Them people was out to take care of my nephew. This not supposed to happen.
I understand.
Y'all was supposed to take care of my nephew.
I understand.
If anybody's watching at home who knows anything, or if somebody who...
Y'all supposed to be taking care of my nephews. But y'all family, and we all heard in the previous video, in the statement, that y'all put up $10,000, and with the $25,000 to $50,000, up to them at $80,000 now, y'all. Why didn't y'all put that money together and get a bigger house and get them kids and help that mom out? If y'all are so-called worried about these kids and y'all love this mother. It's times when motherfuckers do things and family is spiteful. They will fuck you over more than friends will. And you can love and dedicate your life to them and help them out even if you're the one that's going through it. And they will still be spiteful behind your back. You can't fucking trust no one. But if y'all so-called have this so much love for this mom and these boys, why didn't y'all put that same money up and get a house and get them damn kids and take them out that type of custody so they wouldn't be with these parents in the first place? And they only been there for a year. Or were they telling us? Because we don't know shit. We only know what we hear and what we see and what they're telling us. Why didn't y'all help out? This is what I mean about family. Family will fuck you over. But then you got so much to say when cameras is around. But when cameras not around, y'all niggas is just doing y'all. Fuck out of here. Fuck what you talking about. Beat your feet. Y'all in the wrong just like them niggas is in the wrong. Ain't nobody trying to hear none of that.
Who has these kids, if they're watching, what is your message to them?
The message has always been, as soon as possible, call the California City Police Department. And please bring our babies home. And that's that.
That's one of the reasons why we actually didn't want to do this.
This is the reason why. Because we were under orders to stay in the house and stay because they're going to need to contact us. And we cannot go outside.
Now then she gonna say this is why we didn't want to do this, because look at the violent family. But if they were such a violent family, why would y'all even have contact with them and let the mother even visit them and to even come see them. And y'all niggas ain't even dressing them, or even giving these niggas a haircut, and they crying and don't even want to go with y'all in the fucking first place. After they leave their biological mother, not the adopted fucking parents, however the fuck you say it. Y'all, cause y'all know me, when I get to fucking talking, I get to motherfucking talking, and I can't motherfucking stop. And that shit real motherfucking rap. What the fuck is you even talking about? This is not even what you wanted. Nigga, you better fill this motherfucking draft. And all y'all know what's going on. That family, and y'all know what happened. People just out there in the open and want to know what the fuck's going on, because now they got action. They ain't had action, but they got action now. And they ain't seen them kids. So where's the real action at? And where did the real action happen at? Where the hell is them kids at?
And that was the issue. We were under orders by the cops to stay home in the house and let the professionals look.
But you just said that they were your children. If they were your children, regardless of what somebody told you, wouldn't you want to go look for them?
Well, we have cops actually posted in the front door right there.
Yeah, but you know how cold it is at night?
I totally understand.
If you guys actually have that question, we should ask the police officer.
No, ask you, bitch. No, ask you.
Left unattended, you guys went in the house, and then the kids disappeared. How did they disappear?
Exactly, and that's the way we try to figure out.
It doesn't make sense. How did they disappear? How did they go out? You guys had the house supervised already, and my question is, why were they the only two children out? Where were the rest of the kids?
Yes.
The rest of the kids were with grandma.
With who?
They left. They went on vacation.
Bullshit.
So they didn't?
No, because they're too young. We watched them. And it turns out that happened.
How did the
other just really quickly before we forget, first and last names?
He said them other kids on vacation. Bullshit. Y'all said the other kids was in the house. Y'all decided to take the two youngest outside to go play with chalk, while the mother wrapped gifts, and you went out and cut wood to make a fire. Them kids was on vacation, my ass. And then they was caught seen leaving the house with the 4 children in that car and left. But the cops so-called put them in child custody care until they figure out what's going on. And now they can't find them, and they don't know where they are. But out of nowhere, they still keep in contact with them. You can fucking miss me with it. You can miss me with it. Fuck is y'all talking about?
Spelling of both, for both of you guys.
So, say that again?
Just first and last name.
Spelling of who or what?
Or just your first and last name.
Our names.
Trezell West
Jacqueline
is
West.
Trezell West.
Okay, and for you?
Jacqueline.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Jacqueline.
Okay. West?
Yes.
Okay, guys. We'll let you go.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Look west. Whatever west is, look west. How about go to west way? Fuck east, north, south, go west. Alright, y'all. I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to post this one. And I'm going to keep it fucking going till I get the end. Because I done got the videos all I needed. I got everything up to date. I done seen every video. I done heard every video. And I watched every video. So we're going to keep this shit going.